showtime. Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Silent and profiling. Woo, woo, it's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I'm your host, Tommy, and next to me is my main man, Mr. Mikey, also known as the Apex Man, also known as Tommy, apparently, because he is still Tommy.
Oh, yeah. They never changed that.
That's all right. His mind is set to what? The Buffalo Bills. Right here, baby, becoming AFC East champions again for the third straight season in a row. Bills Mafia, you all were a little worried about a month ago. How y'all feeling today? We are 12-3. We are looking very good. The first half of this game, not so great, but tale of two halves.
Scott, you're not the only one, brother. We were all F-bombing that first half.
Dude, that first half was sloppy, slow, but the tale of two halves, man, especially for the defense. The offense got going a little bit later, still wasn't as good as they wanted to be, but the defense and special teams got their act together. Big time in this game. Big time. And one more big quick shout out before we go on. Devin Singletary, finally a Buffalo Bills running back with 100 yards. It's been I think we were second longest active streak without a running back hitting 100 yards in a game. Congratulations, Mr. Motor, who had a very good game. And James Cook.
I think Cook went 100 too.
No, he had just short, 99.
Yeah, 99.
99, but close enough. We'll call it 100 just to be nice guys. But yeah, 99. Welcome everybody to the chat.
One of the biggest plays was from Hines at the end. That was down.
Huge. That was because he got caught up. They actually defended it well. They were there. And he did that nice spin move to get out of it. And
but he did that so much in Indy. Like, I was waiting to see him use that way more often.
Yeah, let me put my belt away here. It's
next stop, Chris. Yeah, Chris. The next stop is actually the 1 seed. So we have to go in and take care of business against Cincy, who's in a dog fight right now with New England.
Yes. So speaking of that, the game's on. I was just they went to it. Let's see here. So New England fumbled the ball.
Oh no.
And Bengals got it. It's over.
Oh no.
It's over. What? Yep, they fumbled the ball. I didn't see the play. I just saw the ball on the ground right there. Bengals recovered. Man, that's
the Patriots just know how to stick it to us at all times.
That's tough. That is tough. I don't know who fumbled it, but it's game over. Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
I mean, this is a question for you.
Yeah.
Was it Trevor or Juan that said the Bills would score 33-35?
I had Trevor on today. Juan is with family. So Trevor said, yeah, Trevor actually did say something. I think he did say 35. I was saying, no way, we're going to be under 30. It was just that kind of game. It should have been, but the Bills did a great play there at the end, like a play action kind of
sold out for the run. That's what you're supposed to do when they
which is run. Exactly, which is I have no problem with that, by the way. The way we were running today, that's when play actions work. That's when defenses bite, not when we're not running the ball in play action. No team's going to bite. Today was a prime example of how when you get the run game going, how it can mix in with the pass, and then you could do play actions. Then defenses will have to, bite on the run a little bit harder, right? Like, I thought the O-line today, Mikey, even though the Bears defense isn't the greatest, they're not that bad either. I thought they played phenomenal. This is their best complete game as a unit. Missing Morse, by the way, and they still did very, very good. I thought Allen had plenty of time in the pocket.
Allen was off.
Allen was off, right? Exactly. It wasn't like Allen was under duress and he made, he was forcing the ball because he was, whatever, like just under pressure. But I thought the O-line did great on run blocking and pass blocking all game. I didn't see many mistakes. Saffold kind of upset me a little bit in the beginning, but he knuckled down after that. Bates went out early and they came back. So that was good. I thought he did very well filling in.
The swap between when Van Rotten went to center and Bucker came in, I didn't notice a drop off. That was nice.
Neither did I. Yeah, I thought there was one bad exchange. And I forget who did it. I think it was Bates. It was the goal. I remember when they pinned us down on the punt, which was a good punt. And we almost fumbled there. And I almost texted you going, what is with the fumbles in the end zone? Like, well, we get like nervous or something. But then luckily we had a little run there and then wound up getting some space to punt. But other than that, clean game, really from everybody, including penalties on the offensive line. Wasn't a lot of holding, wasn't a lot of false starts. Deion Dawkins' name wasn't called. I didn't hear.
No, it was Saffold once, and it was
Brown got called one.
Brown got called one on just a ticky-tack hold.
Yeah, that was bullshit. But whatever, it is what it is. Other than that, though, clean game. I mean, I got to be honest with you.
Turnover machine. It was a rough.
No.
I wouldn't call it a turnover machine. He had one really bad decision, and that was when he was looking. Well, they showed it. Yeah, in the end zone,
he got fooled.
He was looking. He got fooled, and then when he threw it, the ball came back. So even if the guy wasn't there, it's still getting batted down because the ball tailed back in.
Okay, just a heads up on this game. So I thought it was over. It is not. They had their timeout. So they stopped Cincinnati. The Bengals are punting with 48 seconds. The clock has stopped because New England had all timeouts. So New England still has an opportunity to win this game, but they need a touchdown. No timeouts, but there is opportunity. Let's see what kind of punt this is. So I'll give you guys the breakdown. I know we're talking Bills talk, but this is interesting. Oh no, the returner fumbled it, but he fumbled it out of bounds. So 41 seconds, the ball at the 20, New England's 25. So they have an opportunity.
Angry Bill sports fan, man. Hang in there, bud. Hopefully, it turn on.
That's
rough.
If it froze, I mean,
at least your Bills won. Give you some.
Yeah, and you probably got to watch the game. You didn't say you didn't get to watch the game, so. But now you're freezing your ass.
Chuckles is right. It's about running the ball time of the year. This is about the time last year where we started leaning into the run more, and our offense took off.
Yeah, 100%. Like, listen, guys, I told you.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we're. I'm not saying. I'm just saying he's not a machine, Scott. I'm not saying
both
interceptions weren't bad. I'm just saying it wasn't a turnover machine. It was a nasty weather game, and that second one, it just sailed on him. It's why I hate those over the middle dump offs.
Yeah.
Because when they go sail right into the linebacker's arms.
He's right there. That one, like, the only thing I got to say about Allen, like, sometimes he needs to learn how to put a little bit of touch on the ball when especially when the receivers are right there. There's no need to zip it in. He could have literally just, flicked it to him. It would have been there. Other than that, though, the one bad throw in the beginning, yes.
Yeah.
I thought, listen,
I didn't like the throwback that got dropped of a pick.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Was dangerous. That was definitely dangerous.
That was a play call, though, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I know. But we've done that before, and it's worked. So
I know. But not in that conditions. That's not my thing. It's not in the conditions.
No, I get it. But listen, no quarterback's perfect, Scott. You know this. I mean, Mahomes makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
Listen, he makes a lot of those plays, and we're excited when he makes them. You got to live with stupid turnovers like that from time to time with Josh.
Exactly.
He's not going to be that super efficient, 40 of 46, quarterback. He's going to make those off plays, off crazy, and he's going to make some stupid mistakes. It's what you get with Josh Allen.
Yeah, and not all the time. Sometimes he plays a clean game. So I'm not going to always say exactly. So either way, I thought the first, it would take, like I said, tail of two halves for both sides of the ball, but especially the defense and Mikey in this game.
Yeah,
I thought. The defense is even really at the beginning. I thought they did a superb job guarding Fields versus the run. And the whole Bears offense and whole, really, they stuffed the run today. I got to look at the numbers, but Justin Fields rushing 7 carries, 11 yards. That is, for a guy that's rushed for 1,000 yards, right, this season so far, that is phenomenal.
Not only that, Montgomery 16 for
62.
62.
Yeah.
Overall, they were 29 for 80, 2.8 yards a carry.
Yeah, exactly. And the Buffalo Bills, if you want to go on their end, 254 total rushing yards. 106 for Singletary, 99 for Cook. Allen had 41. McKenzie was 6, and Hines with 2. It was a really, really good game rushing for the Buffalo Bills. And it's weird because it was supposed to be the Bears were supposed to be the rushing team today. They were the ones that were probably going to get more yards on the ground than the Buffalo Bills. And it's kind of like we flipped the script today with that.
23 for 205 from our 2 main backs.
I loved it.
So of those 254, 205 from our running backs. That's the big key.
Yeah,
it wasn't
look at
Josh
their
Allen
average.
needing to drop 80 yards this game.
And they had some big
8.8 and 9.0 was their average on the day.
Huge runs.
Sonny, let's hit this real quick. Sonny comes in with super chat. Thank you, Sonny. We appreciate it. Third straight year AFC East champs. How about a run game? Bright spot of the day. Let's go Buffalo. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Them and the defense, outside of that first drive, and Scott says this, outside of the first drive, the D played really, really well.
It did. I thought they tightened up a little bit more in the second half, though.
They did.
And listen, the only thing that I didn't like today overall that didn't really get was the special teams. I thought the kick returning was pretty bad. Hines had his worst day kick returning. Yeah. He fumbled the ball, I think, twice. Luckily he recovered both times. He also didn't handle he didn't fair catch a ball that she should have fought fair
and
catch.
It rolled to the 2, rolled from the 20 to the 2.
Yeah, so that's it. Just and then our special teams tackling in the beginning was really bad. Really bad. They had great field position on their both kickoffs that we did. Tyler Bass, not a good game, though he made a couple kicks at the end still. Man, he has to get better in those conditions because this is Buffalo. It's the same thing. We have very bad winds, very bad conditions. The other kicker was just fine. There's no excuse. You got to make those kicks because it could come down to a field goal in a playoff game in Buffalo, and it's windy, and we need you, bud. You cannot.
He made all the rest of his kicks.
Yeah, he did. 100%. Well, he missed 2. He missed an extra point and
the field goal. But after that, he figured it out.
Yeah, he came around. And he did. But I need better. Need better from Tyler Bass. So special teams as a whole, definitely a D-. I'm not going to give him a total F because I thought they did a little bit better towards the end of the game there. Bass made, like you said, his field goal there, extra point. Special teams got a little better there. Hines fielded the ball a little better. But other than that, I'm going to say D-. They did kind of poor job.
Special teams really bad on the coverage units as well.
Yeah.
The bright spot of the special teams was Sam Martin. He had a couple bombs in the cold.
He did. But other than that, I thought this team played very well today. I thought Ken Dorsey called a pretty good game. He made there was some questionable drives there, but ultimately he saw the running game was working and he kind of stuck with it. Like I'll give him his dues. He didn't totally go away from it. Clearly, you see the numbers. I still think we should have ran the ball a little bit more, but ultimately, he called, I think, a pretty good game. I mean, that's exactly what I wanted to see. That's what we said going into the game. I honestly didn't even think he was going to do it. Remember, I told you we need to run the ball here. This kind of game, we need to run the ball, control the clock. And I said, but who knows with the Bills? We tend to go away from what you should do. And I thought Ken Dorsey at least stuck with it for the most part during the game. Because this was the kind of game where passing
the couple hiccups. The couple hiccups. The quick 3 and outs. We didn't run the ball.
No good. Yeah,
and then we went back to running the ball, and the thing we in a game like this, because there was 20 plus mile an hour winds today during this game, and it was negative temperatures. In a game like this, you need to run the ball. Our passing offense shouldn't have been, at the top of the game plan. It should have been get physical. And I thought in the second half, they changed the mindset. They came out, they ran the ball a ton.
Right.
And they got the offense moving, which is what we want it to happen.
I appreciate that, Troy. We always forget to say smash the like. So I appreciate that. I'm not sure if I've ever seen you on
subscribe.
Here, but I appreciate you, bro. If it's your first time coming on here,
no, Troy's been here before.
I appreciate you. Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Sorry.
All good.
I don't recognize the name. Okay, so dog awards real quick. Dog. Who you got? Who's your first? Give me your first.
How do you not line up the Bills O-line?
Dog.
Put all of them in there. Throw in Bakker as well, who stepped in and looked good in his.
Yes, I forgot about you. Came in for a few series. Yes.
Yeah.
When Bates went down.
And he looked good in his short stint. So you line up that whole O-line and you give him the dog award off the top.
Dog. Okay, I'm gonna go with you guys know. Come on, ain't no mystery here. Devin Motor Singletary, who once again is showing the Buffalo Bills Mafia. He's a good running back. All right, and all the talk that we have every off season that we need to go find a running back. It's a running back. He's a solid running back. He just doesn't really get enough carries, and he does a lot for this team. And I thought he showed it today that with proper blocking, that he could take one to the house, which he did. I think it was like 37-yard run. He always can make a guy miss. He's a tough back. He's reliable. He's not a me guy. He's a team guy. So dog for Devin Singletary for this team, because I'm going to miss him because I don't think he'll be back next season. But I will follow his career. Trust me, I will.
Yeah, we both will. I'm going to line up that defensive line as well. Playing injured dogs. I'm gonna line up that defensive line as well. Ed Oliver had a fantastic game. Jordan Phillips toughed through a bad shoulder. AJ Epinesa,
yes, a sack again.
Kinsley Jonathan.
Yeah,
he had.
I forgot to mention of him to you.
Yeah,
he was through the whole game. He was there. He was tackling. He was making good tackle. He made one mistake. I think it was an offside.
Yeah. On the on the third and 10 that we would have put the 4th and 10. He lined up offsides.
Yeah. Right. But other than that, for a guy who just got called up, very impressed. I gotta say,
undrafted free agent.
Cool mask too. Cool helmet, by the way.
Undrafted free agent. He looked great. So I want to line up that in the trenches. We talked about it yesterday. We had to win the trenches. We lost them last week against the Dolphins. We won them this week. Shaq Lawson. Chewy's right. Shaq Lawson.
That was my net. Why are you trying to? Hey, you know what? Chewy's Team Tommy.
That's why Chewy's Team Tommy. He thinks
right.
Me
and Chewy. That was my guy. I was going for. That was exactly where I was going next. Shaq Lawson, dog. We talked about Shaq, I believe, on our Friday show briefly, and I said, man, one guy that I think the Bills should consider re-signing, given at least a 2-year deal. He's still young. Yeah. I think he's played phenomenal this year when his number's been called, when he's been in games. He's a solid, he's as solid as you get. And he's, once again, not a me guy. He's a team guy. And I think he's learned that, because I think in the beginning when he first got here, maybe he was a little bit like that, like a first-round pick. You know how that is. And I think once he got under a good system with Frazier, when Rex left, totally different, right? And you got to give Shaq some love there. He's all over the field. He makes plays. Love it. And by the way, one thing I didn't like, and I was a little worried about, now we'll see about this because there's no injury report out yet, but I think Jordan Phillips banged up his shoulder again. He made a nice tackle, but it looked like he went down on his shoulder, kind of grabbed at it, went right off to the side. They put the jack. Now, he didn't go to tent or anything, but it's not a good sign when a player's grabbing at his arm that's already has an arm brace. I said this was a game that he probably should have sat. I'll be honest with you. That field today, everything was like hitting cement.
Yeah.
Right.
Knox got hurt on that first play. He made it, made it back in, but
not a game where you want to be going with like hurt shoulder and falling on it, especially with his weight. So guys, something to monitor. Jordan Phillips with the shoulder. Just a heads up. Other than that, I don't think we had any other injuries. I mean, a couple players went out and
Bates
came
went
back
down
in.
and came back in.
Right. Knox
know what?
early, but he came back in.
In my last dog award, and
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
can put him up here almost every week. Momano, that guy.
Oh, man.
Him and Edmonds were just
Got
all over
snuffed
the field.
on the Pro Bowl. Such crap,
Yeah.
by the way.
Edmonds had a great game too, but Milano is just all over the field. That guy's
Dude,
so good.
He's bro. He's so underrated. He's
So
not underrated. He's not underrated in the football community, meaning like coaches, other team coaches. You know, they respect
in the media. He's underrated
but in the media. He's like outside of Buffalo. You know, unless you really know your football, I think I
don't think so.
Cowherd's talked about him a few times.
Yeah,
give him some love. But other than that, he's not really talked about.
Chuckles comes in and asks, did Hamlin miss a tackle today? I don't think Hamlin missed a tackle today.
Well. He played very well, except for getting in the way of Trey White's interception.
Yep. He also had a pass defender against his own guy.
God.
Yes. Shout out to Bobby Hart as that extra run blocker.
Yeah, you know what? He's at least doing something right. I give him credit for the run blocking. Other than that, though, he's
perfect
terrible.
as that extra run blocking lineman. That's where you want him.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Dawson Knox had a good game.
He did. I'll tell you who didn't. Another guy that kind of stood out that was once again shaky. Gabe Davis had a fumble.
Had a sideline catch. They stepped out of bounds. Didn't know where he was at.
John Brown now he had a touchdown, but it was wide open. I can't really. It was kind of a blown defense. So
he almost dropped it. I don't know if you saw that.
It did.
It almost went through his hands.
Yes, I mean, but it didn't catch a catch. But other than that, the fumble was ridiculous. Come on, man, you got to hold the ball there. I told you turnovers were key. Yeah,
I love Phillips too. He gets hurt a lot, but man, he plays so hard. That's why he gets hurt so much.
He does, but I still wish they just give him a little break until the playoffs. But
we don't have the depth.
I know. Yeah, but he may not play if he's hurt, so they're gonna figure it out. What is that? Bills are the best. And you cannot change. Damn real, we're the best. 3 years in a row, AFC East champions. When everybody said we were down and out, once again, the Bills, blah, 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 blah. We are now 12-3, and we are controlling our own destiny right now. We got 2 games to go, guys.
Dare you? Why? How dare you mention that name in this chat?
God, no. God, no. Please, no.
God. He looks lost a lot of times. Chewy's right. Davis looks lost at times. He does.
Yeah.
We had a Shakir sighting today.
We did. He made a good catch on 2-point conversion. Cole Beasley. I thought Cole Beasley, I'll be honest with you, I think he should have been used more here, man. He looks like he hasn't. Yeah, it just doesn't look like, but it doesn't look like he lost the beat. You know what I mean? Like when he's open. Like it looks like typical same what I'm used to. Cole Beasley catching it, falling down. Like he's not a yak guy. But he's a guy that is going to catch the ball. You know he's going to move the chains. He's going to be there for if we need 4, he'll get 5, right?
Yeah.
And it just seems like I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Dorsey because maybe they are still working him in the system and finding a way to get him on the field. But I think they need to really start getting him more snap counts because I think he's going to be huge in the playoffs. We need Beasley involved in the playoffs. We just do. I'm telling you, he's a playmaker, especially with Gabe Davis struggling because Gabe Davis has struggled. There's I cannot give the ankle
because of it,
excuse anymore.
And because of it, they're running double teams on Diggs and leaving Davis one-on-one, and he's not winning. And he's not winning
or making mistakes.
Yeah,
fumbling when he does win, all unacceptable. So,
still time to turn it around, though. Still time to turn it around. It is.
There's definitely time. And he played his best football in the playoffs last season. So, just saying, it's very possible he shines again, which we'll need everybody to be on their A game.
We need to scheme up more than 2 targets a Diggs, though. He had 2 targets today. It needs to be schemed up more than that. They want to know.
I agree.
Your beers, Tommy, over under.
Not much today at 3. Not a lot.
And most of them in the first quarter?
Yeah, I was caught. No, I had 2 in the first, and this is my third. I was just too caught up in the game. Wasn't paying attention. I looked over at one point. I forgot to even take the cap off. That's how much I was not drinking today. How little I was drinking today.
Yeah, you You were into
I was
the
just
game.
caught up. Yeah, I just, you know what it was? It was an important game because it was a AFC East, man. This is it. Like like we accomplished today was a game where I'm like, no, I just want this over with. Let's get the AFC East title.
This was the Jacksonville game.
Yeah, we went to the board, we checked it off, right?
Yep.
Now we have 2 games left, man. For the next goal, which is that AFC top dog, one seed. The bye week where everyone can kind of get ready, get healthy, run it through Buffalo. We got 2 games, man. There's no reason why we can't win these last 2 games. I'm telling you guys, we got 1 and 1, right? One on the road, 1 at home.
Yep.
Let's knuckle down. Let's play some good football. But today was a good sign in that second half of things, because I was worried at first. I tweeted out, I said, man, typical Bills this season, they don't know how to close out games like they did. And it really was going that way at one point, Mikey, because it was, I think we went up 21-10 at one point, and then we were driving. It looked like we were about to close the show, and no good, right?
Yep.
Turn the ball over. Now they go down 21-13. We got a game again. You know, just like that, bro. And it's just and then we finally got going.
Yeah, we got going, and in the fourth quarter we put it away.
We put it away, which we haven't been doing.
Yeah.
Right. All of our games have been coming down to like these last crazy drives, right? Either we win it or lose it, right?
I know.
Dolphins drive, the Vikings, like it just seems like all of that's been happening, and finally we put a game to rest. Finally, like that was it.
Yeah, it's one of those things though. When you think about, when we go back and look at it, it's the Bills find a way to win, and you know we're like, oh, we're not happy with the way the offense played. They scored 35 points. It's hard to be upset when you drop 35 and you don't play well.
You can't hate that, and on the road. I mean, in
nasty weather, nasty weather.
You got,
and you dropped 35.
Exactly. It wasn't pretty, but it wasn't ugly either. Like I thought this game was going to be an ugly game. I did call that. I thought it was because of the conditions, not because the Buffalo Bills are. I just thought it was going to be one of those games. I think I predicted 24-9 or something crazy like that. So yeah, the Bills outperformed what I thought. You know, I said no way over 30. You know,
I had 22-12 and it was 35-13.
Right. I mean, you were close on the Bears score. Yeah, you were closer than me. But,
I didn't give our offense enough credit. We scored a bunch of points.
Right.
We scored more touchdowns than I thought we were going to.
Right. Yep. Do we have the stats pulled up other than that?
Yeah, give me
one second. Any stats pulled up? Let's pull some.
You had it 27-9.
Oh, 20. I was kind of close then. I was closer than I thought. I changed my score on the AFC shakedown. I think I said 24-9. I still kept with the 9 because I thought I was kind of close too. I just figured that the Bears offense, we play very good, by the way, against running quarterbacks who are strictly more running than passing, like a Lamar, right? You know,
we contain them.
We contain them so well. I love that part of our defense. Like Frazier does dial it up good against those type of quarterbacks. He really does. I got to give him credit there. Like he you know, he dares you to throw it, and he plays you on that. He spies you very well.
Okay, so I guess that's a really good game too. That Titans Houston game. Houston's up.
Yeah, I don't.
With a minute 17.
Let me pull up the score. You got the stats pulled up?
Yeah, I got the stats. So the first downs, Bills won 20-11. Total plays 58-59. The Bears ran one more play. Total yards 426-209 Bills. Total drives 12-13 Bears. Yards per play 7.3 to 3.5 Bills. 7.3 per play is a great stat.
Yep.
Passing 172 to 129. Josh Allen was 15 of 26. Fields was 18 of 28. Josh had 2 picks. Fields had, I don't think he had any actually. Did he throw one? I think it was Peterman that threw one.
Peterman at the end of the game.
Yeah. I mean, we should have had a couple picks and we dropped them.
Yep.
Rushing yards 254 to 80 Bills. We were 8.2 yards per carry. Red zone, we were 3 of 4. They were 1 of 4.
Solid.
Penalties,
Very
9 for
good.
72. They were 2 for 15. We need to do better on penalties. We
Yep.
had 3 turnovers. There were 2. Time of possession was 28-4-8 to us to 31-12 them. So
Yep.
overall, we pretty much dominated this game, and the stats show it.
Yeah, 100%. Real quick, I do want to go over some scores real quick. So Baltimore did win today, 17-9. Carolina, man, I feel bad for Detroit because they were playing so well up to this point. They lost 37-23. They kind of got spanked. Bengals, as you know, they did win 22-18. New England, man, oh, yikes. Minnesota barely won against the Giants, 27-24. I told you the Giants would start showing their colors towards the end of this season, the tail half, the second half, which they are. They have not played well.
They're not.
They're still building.
Team.
Exactly.
They're winning.
But the Giants fans, they got to be happy with what they see.
Yeah.
But I knew that I knew it wouldn't continue. KC won 24-10. Seattle is also another team that's starting to
show who they are.
Yeah, they're starting to go down, trend down. New Orleans beat Cleveland. Cleveland was up at one point. The Saints came back, I believe, in that game because Cleveland was up. They lost 17-10. Cleveland, I think, is pretty much done, like with as far as them even getting a chance in the playoffs. Philly is up right now, 10-0 over Dallas. And Tennessee has the ball with 45 seconds at Tennessee's 18, down 19-14.
Okay.
Yikes.
So when you look at this, Chewy asks, who shocked us today, good or bad?
That's a good question.
For me,
who shocked us?
I would say Kinsley Jonathan, the D end. I was shocked.
You're
good.
Right. Yeah, it's a good one.
How well he played. Really. On the bad side, our special teams as a whole.
Yeah.
It was not good. And I haven't seen us play like that in a long time.
You're right. Okay, so mine, I'm going to go O-line because I thought they played. I thought they played phenomenal.
And you've been smacking them down lately. You're giving them their flowers today.
This is you guys know me. I am tough on the O-line, man. I think today was their best complete game as a unit I've seen in a. I'm being real, guys, here in a long time, maybe possibly even last season. This is the best complete game that I've seen them play, missing Mitch Morse.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right. So my bad. I got to go on Mikey here too on the special teams. We're better than that. We listen, Sean McDermott thrive. He loves his special team. Like he's a special team guy.
We put money into special teams.
Yeah. Like that's his thing, man. Like McDermott loves special team players. Right. And today was just not a good showing. We are better than that though. So I don't see this as a ongoing trend, but I will say like guys like Bass need to be out there practicing in the wind or something. Like you got to make these kicks. I will say the kickoff, defensive coverage needs to do better. You cannot let offenses start at their 40, 45. That's you're going against a better offense, giving the ball at the 40, like letting them that's not good. So special teams was very bad today. And that was a little surprising because they're not usually that bad. They're usually like, I never expect a team to run, do a kickoff return for a huge gain on us. I really don't, Mikey. I'm usually pretty confident we're going to stop them at the 20, 25. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see we're just that good. We have good players, but today, for some reason, it could have been the cold too. Players, you know how that goes, Mikey. Players a little stiff in the beginning, right? Like, bro, that shit was freezing out there. Sometimes you got to, maybe they had to get going, right? Get their blood circulating, right? Get the flow of the game. I'm not out there running in negative degree, windy ass Chicago. So I'm just saying maybe we got to also give them the benefit of the doubt too, because of the conditions, freezing freaking temperature. But yeah, those are my two.
Okay. Chewy comes in and says Ryan Bates looked really good. Ryan Bates looked really good at center.
That's why Mikey and me's been pushing that center position.
I think he's our future at center. I really do.
He plays it well. He plays it very well.
He plays it really well. He's super smart. And I think he would. I actually think that would be his best position on the offensive line is center.
I do too. I mean, right guard's not terrible for him, but I think he
I'd like someone a little bit stronger and bigger. Bates
exactly
Bates is very athletic. He's not.
right.
He's not bad in the bull rush, but I'd rather have a bigger guard
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and because Ryan Bates is so smart, he can play all 5 positions. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's our perfect setup for as our backup center
Yeah.
or for Morris. If something where Morris couldn't go and he decided he's going to hang it up,
Mm-hmm.
knowing we have this guy in our back pocket, knowing he's going to be our center, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I think
And
the
who
Bills are
knows?
okay.
Yeah, and who knows how Doyle will shape out to be? I'm just throwing that out there. We don't really talk about him much, but he had a good camp. He had a good preseason. Like Doyle looked okay. Like he looked like he was starting to like that was a player looked like Cromer was actually improving, which was
Doyle. Yeah.
So look out for Doyle next
I think
season.
Spencer Brown had a really good game, and he's gotten better as the
Oh,
season's gone
dude,
along.
run blocking was phenomenal today by him. He is when he gets going down the
he's a monster.
He is a big
monster.
son of a bitch, bro.
And he's strong and he's athletic.
Can you imagine that guy running at you? I'll be like, yo.
No. I think Cromer's going to do wonders with Doyle's and do wonders with Brown. It's going to take some time, and we're seeing him get better as the season's gone on. He's played better as of late.
Yes,
than he did early.
As of late. Yep.
Saffold's played better as of late than he did early. Dawkins has been solid all year, and then
Jackson's win, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
God. So does that mean Houston's out? I mean, Tennessee's not in Jacksonville jumped them?
I think Jacksonville jumps them, and is now the.
Let me see if it's updated.
It's all gonna come down to.
Yeah, they did. They jumped.
It's all gonna come down to that Week 18 game.
Oh my God, how bad is? What the hell happened to Tennessee, man? Because I like their coach, but I'll tell you what,
they lost their quarterback. They've lost a couple defensive guys.
Yeah, they got a problem there. Houston, we have a problem, literally, right? Like Houston beat them.
Literally, they have a problem.
Yeah, they do. They do. Oh my God. Hamlin, you mean? Yeah. That was just 2 guys going for the ball, man. He didn't do it on purpose or anything. It just that happens more than you think too. A lot of
more than we would like to admit.
Yeah, exactly. Players going at for the same interception. They both see it. They want it. Hamlin could have got that. By the way, if Trey wasn't there, Hamlin would have intercepted. Exactly. So it was just that easy of an interception that both guys were like, "Hey!"
They need to call it off like they're an outfielder.
That's all it is. Yep. It is what it is. By the way, it kind of worked out unless it was a return for a touchdown because it was a 4th down.
Yeah, we got better field position. Other than we just took our and it helps
I would
me
have liked
fantasy.
To see Trey.
And it helps me fantasy because I had fields. So.
Oh well.
I don't think I'm gonna win. I don't think my team's doing very well at all in that.
Oh no,
I haven't looked. I haven't looked either. But ultimately, happy the Bills got the W. We're the AFC East champions officially.
Yeah,
we're still in the driver's seat for the 1 seed. We have a big game next week against Cincinnati.
Huge
on
game,
Monday night.
Huge game. That'll be it right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the Patriots offense is awful. I can't see us losing at home against the Patriots. The game is going to be the Bengals. That's the game where we wrap it up, in my opinion. By the way, real quick, terrible refereeing with the damn punt. You can't blow the whistle until the ball's totally dead. What are you doing there? The ball was still kind of moving on the punt that Sam Martin did, and they blew the whistle dead like the ball had stopped and it kept rolling. That thing would have kept rolling probably to like the 2-yard line, and
the refs have been bad lately. So bad
don't do that. What are you doing? You're in a windy it's going to that could happen. Why are you calling it dead? Bro, that upset me, but it is what it is. We got the ball back, but still, come on,
gotta clean up the penalties altogether.
Yeah,
you know what? Not just Frazier. We were hard on our defensive our coordinators. Got not only Frazier, got to shout out Ken Dorsey too. He went to the run game.
Yeah, look at the points.
Yeah,
look at the point. What did we do in the first half? We had
31 second half points. We had 6 points in the first half.
Exactly. Huge difference.
So we had what?
Guys.
We had What did we win by? 35?
35-13.
So we had 29 points in the second half.
So we actually, so we had 6
60.
points in the half. We had 15 points in the third, and we have 14 in the fourth.
So yeah,
that's bro.
So 29 in the second half.
That's our best second half, I think, for like a long time. I can't even remember.
For a while.
I had to go back and
for a while.
I had to go back and look. But I'm
yeah.
talking about third and fourth quarter, right? That we scored double digit, right? That we scored 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? 15-4. That's awesome to see. Very good to see.
Behind the run game.
Yes. Behind the run game. Absolutely. It started with that that long run. I think that was the run of the third, correct? The long run was,
and then we came right back with a James Cook run.
James Cook did one for like 27, I want to say. It just, the run game was the story of the game for the Buffalo Bills today.
Oh, absolutely.
That was the story of the game 100%, because I'm going to tell you right now, if the O-line doesn't play well, I don't know what the score is going to be in this game, because Allen didn't play his best. You could see some throws were off. Diggs and him weren't really on the same page.
He didn't even look for him.
Right. So something's up with that. I wouldn't look too far into it, though. But either way, we needed this running attack to happen in this game. And yeah, I mean, it showed you in the final score. It showed you on time of possession there at the end, especially at the end. Once again, by the way, another long drive to close the show on that last drive, because I think we got it at 6 minutes.
7 minutes.
So was it 7? Okay. And we pretty much drove it for about 6 minutes, because I think they got the ball back at like 50 seconds or something, 40, something like that. But either way, it was a long drive. Run. A lot of mixture, short passes, nothing crazy. Even on that last play, I was like, just run the damn ball, or and they got it to Hines, which is basically a run. I mean, that was basically a run there.
That little pass out to Hines.
Yeah.
Talking about the Dawson Knox touchdown.
I'm talking about the Hines for the first down, which was important on that one drive. Even on that play, I was like, okay, like run the ball there. But that was a phenomenal play by Hines too. But no, the Dawson Knox was brilliant. That was really smart. Even
it was actually the same play. It was the same play that Josh Allen ran in on. The difference was, does the linebacker play Knox or does he come up on Allen?
Right.
It puts him in a bad spot. And the first time he played Knox, second time he played Allen. Chewy. So Cookie had 99 rushing yards and 9 receiving yards. So he had 108 total yards.
He played I told you guys this 3 weeks ago. James Cook is starting to see the field better. The game is starting to slow down for him. He's being more patient for his blockers. This is something that Zach Moss couldn't do, right?
He's also running through arm tackles.
Yes, and he's actually doing a lot better than I thought as far as breaking some of these tackles go, right? Especially in between the tackles. A lot of his big runs were in between the tackles. We're kind of struggling, to be honest with you, on the outside now, which it's weird, because we were actually better running on the outside early on, and now we're better running in between the tackles.
It's a delayed draw thing that seems to be working really well right now for us.
It is working very well. I'll tell you too, Singletary got caught up a couple times in the backfield, and he did a great job avoiding. He's always done that.
He always does that, though.
Avoiding a couple and getting 2 or 3 yards on a negative play that But no, absolutely, James Cook coming around. Now I will say the only thing it's still kind of he's not there yet is the passing game. I still think him and Josh are a little bit off.
You saw it on Josh's overthrow
on the interception, yeah. And I kind of feel like Cook maybe held up a little bit there. He watched.
He stopped a little bit.
Kind of slowed down. Exactly. Now I still think it would have sailed, but maybe Cook would have got maybe his hands on it, maybe. But either way, I kind of feel like they are a little bit off sync there, and they got to build a little bit better chemistry.
And
that will come. That will come 100%. But the running part of James Cook,
it's been better than I expected.
That part of his game has been so much better the last month, I would say. Honestly, it's awesome to see. It really is, because we need this guy.
I'm with you on that.
I saw.
Yeah, Chewy.
And nobody got through downstairs, right? Nobody that we know of.
Yeah, no one that we know of went tumbling down the stairs.
Okay. It's good. That's well, we'll see. We'll see. If I see a video on Pat McAfee show of a Bills fan tumbling downstairs, I'm going to be very upset. I warned you guys not to do that.
So ultimately, Tommy, the Bills had a solid day. Started off a little sluggish. They worked their way into the game. The coordinators made some great halftime adjustments, and we put the East away like we should have.
Yeah, 100%. How y'all feeling out there, by the way? How's Bills Mafia feeling, man? Y'all feeling a little bit good? A month after the skies were all dark and gray, and Bills
they were that way
weren't gonna
last
do
year
much.
too.
Yeah,
Listen, there's ebbs and flows in the season.
Yeah, man.
There's ebbs and flows in the season.
Yeah. So how y'all feeling today, man? 12-3. We got 2 games to go.
You can ask me that. First half tells the first half, the second half. Anyone looks at our Twitter or our text chain, they'll see how Mike's feeling between the first and second half.
Yeah, me too. On Twitter, I'm like, damn. But I'm gonna call it how I see it. I'm never gonna be that guy who's just only bad or only good. I'm gonna call it down the middle. I'm gonna call it both ways. But guys, we have a very possibility going 14-3, winning the AFC. Man, I meant to do that. I meant to look. When was the last time the Buffalo Bills have won went in as the 1 seed in the AFC? It has to be way back in the 90s, bro.
Yeah, 90s.
Because I know we didn't continue. I know we didn't do it on a consistent basis, even in the Super Bowl years.
No, I think we only did it once in the 90s.
I mean, guys, it's been a long time. I mean, we haven't accomplished it yet. But man, it's a coming. I think I'll have that pulled up when we go live on Monday.
That sucks, I heard, man. Tim. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah, I am sorry, Tim, man. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. I appreciate you coming on, and I'm sorry about your misfortune there, but that's good old weather for you. I'm in Detroit, man, so we're a little windy here. I can't even walk my dog. Like, I walk her for a little. I'm like, hurry up, do your business, and we got to get back inside.
Yeah. So as the chat's also closing out, we want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yes,
your Bills are the AFC East champions, and we're headed towards that 1 seed in the bye into the real season, the second season.
Yes. January, baby, where the football really starts, man. And I'll tell you what, one more thing before we head out, man. The team's starting to get a little healthier, man. This is a good thing, man. So guys, just continue to pray for these guys to stay healthy the next 2 weeks, getting into the playoffs. And everybody have a great Christmas. We will see you Monday at 9:00. We love you. Bills Mafia #1. Go Bills. We're out. Peace out.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.